Yeah, that's fine.
I think Tori's more like butternut squash today. Hey, check, check, check. Check 1, 2, 3.
Might be dead by the late news, so see what content that is. Ashton, man of many words. All right. Cocky, you talk more than our photographer Ashton. If that tells you anything. We love him though, he's good. Okay, so will you hold this?
Fox Carolina, the 4 o'clock news starts now with breaking news.
A jury returning the guilty verdicts to the men charged with killing Ahmaud Arbery.
Now, we have been following this case since February of last year. Now, Arbery was shot to death while jogging in a South Georgia neighborhood. Travis and Gregory McMichael and their neighbor William Bryan chased him with a pickup truck. That was all caught on camera as Bryan recorded that assault and shooting.
Today, the jury found all 3 guilty in Arbery's death. Travis McMichael was convicted on all 9 counts. His father, Gregory, was found guilty of 8 of the 9 charges. William Bryan was found guilty of 6 of the 9 original charges. The scene in the courtroom was tense as the judge read the verdicts. One member of the gallery was removed for cheering for the guilty verdicts. You can hear that moment right here.
Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. I'm going to ask that whoever just made an outburst be removed from the court, please.
McMichael now faces a maximum sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. He's also facing 3 separate federal hate crime charges to which he has pleaded not guilty.
The Arbery family leaving the courtroom, celebrating that victory, that verdict, I should say. They have fought for justice for their son's murder for almost 2 years. The trial emotional for Arbery's mother, as she had to leave the courtroom several times over the last couple of weeks. Civil rights leaders Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson with the family throughout this trial, and again with them today.
It's been a long fight. It's been a hard fight, but God is good.
Yes, He is.
Early in, to tell you the truth, I never saw this day back in 2020. I never thought this day would come. But God is good.
And you can see all 3 men found guilty leaving the courtroom in handcuffs after the trial. The defendants argued that they were making a citizen's arrest and said Arbery's killing was in self-defense. The jury did not believe that. We're working to learn when the judge will sentence those 3 men. They all face a minimum of life in prison or a maximum of life in prison, and the judge can choose whether or not to offer parole. And of course, as I just mentioned, stay with us for continuing coverage.
And we're following some breaking news from Henderson County right now. Deputies say this man, Christopher McCauley, is missing and suffers from dementia, so they need help finding him. He is 67 years old. He was last seen walking on Crest Road in East Flat Rock about 2 hours ago. So if you recognize Mr. McCauley, if you've seen him, call 911 immediately.
Well, it is the busiest travel day of the year, and we're watching the roads for you and, of course, checking on airlines as well as people are hitting the skies.
Oh, yeah, it all really starts today. Our traffic expert, Chris Scott, is here with us live in studio. And, Chris, how are the roads shaping up right now?
As of right now, it's just like a busy work day, it seems. But I will tell you that coming back to work today, in the neighborhoods in and around where I live, all of the roadways were backed up in a lot of different areas heading down toward red lights. So we're definitely seeing a definitely uptick in traffic and the people moving around. So some of these folks are heading home from work. Some of you folks are heading to destinations. A lot of folks may be just heading out for the evening because you have tomorrow off. So, yeah, I mean, it's a crowded day out there. We also have a number of accidents out there, including one up around the chute. That's where we are right now, around exit 80. There were a couple of 18-wheelers involved in one there. They have one lane open now, and several other accidents. Not as many accidents as there are backups and delays on all the interstate areas, mainly around the chute area and, of course, around Pelham Road at exit 54. That's another one that we're watching as well. So things are definitely crowded. We're going to watch them as closely as we can, try to get you around, or at least let you know of as many of those as we can. Tori?
All right. Thank you, Chris. Always looking out on those roads this afternoon. And meteorologist Bob Trahi in for our chief this afternoon. Of course, cold temperatures this morning.
Baby.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh,
we had lows. It was, I live in Fountain, and I had 25 degrees there.
My gosh.
So we had the hard freeze pretty much everywhere. So
Wow.
I'm not talking about bringing in the plants anymore because it would basically be every night or every other night.
Right.
So, but a big travel day today. The weather could not be nicer for that. And the good news is it looks calm as we go through tonight on into a good part of Thanksgiving. As you look at the temperatures right now, a nice recovery after that deep freeze this morning. 55 in Greenville right now, 55 in Anderson, cooler 40s into the mountains, 51, however, in Asheville, 55 in Toccoa and Abbeville right now. You're at 56. And we just have some wispy clouds out there, so the travel weather is fantastic. Really couldn't be nicer. Not only here, but all across the southeast. We're seeing quiet conditions, so if you're headed to Atlanta, or maybe north and east towards the Raleigh-Durham area, or the northeast, maybe the major metro areas of New York and Boston, we're looking good there. There's a cold front back to the west where we are seeing some showers, even some snow showers across the Rockies. But even here, this is not major. And back to the west from L.A. to Portland, Seattle, and the Intermountain West, we are looking quiet. So here's futurecast rain and clouds for this evening. Just some of those high wispy clouds. It will be chilly once again, not as cold as this morning, but it will be cold nonetheless as we're looking at some of those hit and miss clouds through the overnight. And tomorrow morning, maybe you've got the bird in the oven by 11, looking at partly sunny skies. Thanksgiving looking good. However, some trouble problems possible as we go into to tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening with the front. That could be bringing some showers into the mountains, maybe even a little bit of snow and a little bit of precip for the upstate. Not a big deal, but look at these temperatures falling into the 30s for the upstate as we go through the evening and overnight. And for the mountains, you're looking at your temperatures under mostly clear skies falling back through the 30s. You're headed to the 20s by tomorrow morning. Much more in your Thanksgiving forecast and what we could expect into the weekend coming up in a little bit. Tori?
All right, Bob, thanks. Well, we are still counting down until the big rivalry game at Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia this weekend. We have been talking about this all week, and it's only Wednesday. And the Gamecocks, cocky, has been out and about, and you know what? We caught up with the Tiger on Monday, and we were really hoping to get our hands on Cocky today. And look what Carrie Weimer was able to do. I swear, she's got the connections.
Tori, listen, you know, we can't spend time with the Tiger and not have some fun with Cocky. You just can't do that. But we were out here, we're talking, and first of all, we're noticing that we kind of fix our hair the same way. So that's pretty nice. He's giving me some hair tips here. You know, we're outside. I do have to mention the reason we're not taking Cocky in the station, we're following COVID protocols. Plus, we couldn't find a mask big enough to fit just right. So we're keeping him out here. We're going to have some fun with him. But you know, Cocky, I do have to ask you one thing. It's Thanksgiving holiday. The traffic is crazy. You had to come all the way down here from Columbia. How did you get here so soon with all that traffic? You flew. You flew. I thought chickens didn't fly. You do? Okay. Well, I mean, he's got skills. He's got talents. What can I say? Big game this weekend. Are you excited? Are you ready for it? I thought what we might do is kind of warm up, you know, help you kind of get prepared. I wanted to have somebody help us out, so I think this guy right here might kind of help us out here. Sometimes, you know, he gets stuck on the desk, so we're going to bring him outside. Cocky, Cody, Cocky. Cody sporting the colors here. I mean, there's a fan right here. Are you feeling?
I'm the only one on the anchor desk supporting Gamecocks right now.
I mean, that is a nice tie. That's a nice. I like the color. Cody, how you feeling? You feeling limber? You feeling ready to have some fun with Cocky?
Let's do it.
All right, Cocky, what we're going to do, I'm going to let you get next to Cody. I want you to show Cody kind of some of the ways that you warm up. So you want to start him out with maybe a stretch or two first, just make sure he's good and limber. Yep, Cody wore the right shoes today. That's good. Cody, good job, buddy. I couldn't even reach that far down. All right. And don't take it easy on him. The Tiger ran me through the ringer, so it's Cody's turn now.
Rip my jacket.
Don't rip your jacket. There you go. Stretch the arms. Yep. Okay. He's serious. He's all about this. All right. Another important move, and you see this all the time if you go to the games. Cocky, you show him the up down. Show him how you do it. Show him what he's got to do. Let's see how this goes. Get those knees in it. Let's see how you feeling. There we go. Okay. All right, Cody. It's kind of a hop.
So that's what we're doing today.
That's what we're doing today.
Okay.
In those pants right there. Yep. Down and up. Yep. Easy. Don't rip anything. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Let's try that out. Yep. You got this, Cody. You got this. Look at there. Look at there, folks. Cody Alcorn, in case you didn't know it. It's the tie, right? It's the power. All right. Now, one other important thing. If you go to the game, you're out of breath. This guy, I tell you what. Cody, I brought you a little something here. You're going to need this, okay? You're at the game, Cocky, holding yours there. There we go. One of my favorite things, if you ever go to Williams-Brice, is, of course, the towel and, of course, the theme song, because you can't do one without the other. So, Cocky, I want you to teach Cody how to do the towel. All right, we're going to give you some music here, because you got to have that. All right. Cody's ready. Look, oh, he's got it. Okay. He's swaying. He's feeling it. He's doing good. Cocky looking good. Yep. Getting revved up now. Up, down. Come on, Cody. Let's do some more action in those knees. Come on, Cody. Look at that. Look at that. He's staying with him. He's doing good. He's doing good. Get ready. Big loop. Big loop. Jump up and down. Jump up, Cody. Oh, he's switching it out, one foot and then the other. Cody, I am super impressed. Super impressed. This is what we do on a Wednesday.
Chest block over there. Chest block over there.
Our sports director's coming up. We're going to have to put him through the ringer next because, you know, he's got to do it. So, big game on Saturday. You're all set. Prediction of who's going to win? Carolina, without a doubt. Score's going to be like 1,000,000 to 1, right? Yeah? Okay. I like it. All right. Cody, you feeling good?
I am.
You all right to go back on the desk
Saturday,
now?
so.
You're going to be at the game?
Yes.
All right, with your towel?
Yes.
Well, now you know the move, so
I got it.
Loosen up, you're ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right.
And I'm sweating out of breath.
We'll let you go back to the anchor desk then.
Chest
And now,
lock. Chest lock.
this is what happens on live TV, folks. Sports director, he just had to, you know, pop in the shot there. Cocky, we'll be back with you soon. We're going to have some more fun. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
Oh my gosh, that was the best. Cody is going to sandstorm towel his way back into the studio. A little out of breath there. Love it. Thank you for that live report. We'll have much more with Cocky and Carrie throughout our shows. Now you'll recall Carrie spent some time with the Tiger over at Clemson earlier this week. This was on Monday. Tiger answered some questions, challenged Carrie to a push-up contest. All of the things. Must-see TV. You can watch that segment and also our other segment we just saw with Cocky on our Fox Carolina YouTube page. And a heads up for some Clemson fans, Howard's Rock has been moved. We want to tell you about this. Clemson University actually moved it due to some construction at the stadium. We've only been told the rock and pedestal, they're in a secure location during this construction. We can't tell you where that's at. Clemson is working on the West Zone Concourse Club. The project should be done before next football season. And we are sharing all of your Clemson and Carolina colors ahead of the big game on Saturday. So Caroline shared this photo with the Clemson Tiger. Love to see that. Elaine Kendrick sharing this photo of her granddaughter with her Carolina colors. And this pup is a Tiger fan. Tanya Bain shared this photo with us. We have been sharing your pictures on our Facebook page. You can send us more by downloading our free Fox Carolina News app. You can show those on air, or you can find them online. Well, a lot of you will be trying some new recipes for Thanksgiving tomorrow, but you'll want to be careful of some possible food allergies. We'll have a live report next. And we're taking you live to GSP Airport, the busiest travel day of the year. It doesn't look too bad right now. That's some good news. We'll have more on what your holiday travel might look like throughout the newscast. Must-see TV.
What's you at? Yeah, right now, the reason I'm doing it this way is trust the guy.
Can you say something again? Thank you. Now live to somewhere in the land of somewhere. Pan left.
Take a step to your right. Your left. I'm sorry, your left. Right there. Go back a little more.
Right there.
Welcome back. Let's take you back live to GSP, where you might be heading this afternoon to pick up your loved ones for the holiday, or maybe you're even flying out yourself tonight or tomorrow. Well, TSA expects to screen about 20 million passengers across the nation this Thanksgiving holiday. Fox Carolina's Lindsay Gibbs tells us more.
Friends, family, food, and flights. going to San Antonio, Texas. I'm going to visit my grandparents and my cousins and my aunts and uncles.
This year, many are choosing flying over driving.
We were going to drive, and then I was just, no.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we've been in this area now for about 4 years, and we found flying out of Greenville to be fantastic.
Nearly 4,000 people are expected to travel through GSP today.
As far as the flying, I'm hoping for the best, but if there's bumps and delays, we'll just roll with the punches.
TSA expects travel to be close to pre-pandemic levels. This year, families say it's worth it.
Typical on holidays, especially for Thanksgiving and Christmas, we don't like to travel just because it's hectic, it's too much people. But hey, I don't know, we just got decided at the last moment and say, well, let's go.
For some, that was the last time they've seen their families.
It's the first time I see them in 2 years since the pandemic started, so I really miss them. I can't wait to spend more time with them.
Reporting in Greenville, Lindsay Gibbs, Fox Carolina News.
Well, since hundreds of cancellations from a few weeks ago, airlines have actually been hiring more staff, and they added incentives to prevent this from happening again, which is good news. GSP says TSA and desk agents fully staffed for this Thanksgiving holiday.
Well, it's a warning ahead of Thanksgiving if you suffer from food allergies. There are a few things you need to know if you are headed to someone else's house for Thanksgiving. And there are things you can do to protect yourself and allergy sufferers in your life. So Fox Carolina's Amber Worthy is live in our newsroom with those details. Amber?
Yes, if certain foods give you hives or make it hard to breathe, you need to have an EpiPen handy because it can save your life. But there are some preventative steps that you can take so that you don't have to worry about it going that far. Reading the fine print of a label could save a life around the holidays when you have guests that you haven't seen in a while.
And I have to question when I go somewhere what to eat and what they've put in it, and I check labels if I'm cooking or if I'm buying something from the store. I have to also read the labels to make sure that they don't have nothing in there that I can't eat.
Kimberly Lawson has dealt with allergies for decades, with nuts of any kind being one of her most severe. She's had to make lifestyle changes to keep herself safe. Dr. Emmanuel Sarmiento with the Allergic Disease and Asthma Center says a dinner host can also help their friends as well.
Sometimes they will ask you for ingredients, right, and label. So take a photo of the ingredients or the recipe that you made so that they are aware that it's safe for them.
Or
ask them that, hey, look, I'm not going to mess up your menu, but is it okay to bring my own food?
Questions that Dr. Sarmiento says can keep you safe for the holidays.
Right? Thanksgiving meal could be a minefield for those top food allergy.
And even if Friendsgiving potlucks seem like a lot of fun,
hopefully people are aware that potlucks could be a minefield again because you don't know what the other people are bringing. So please, no potlucks if you have food allergies.
And if you've ever had a prescription for an EpiPen, you can definitely call into the pharmacy to get one ahead of tomorrow. And Dr. Sarmiento says allergies can manifest in your older years, so it's a good idea to get allergy tested and definitely seeing an allergist if certain foods cause allergic reactions. In the newsroom, Amber Worthy for Fox Carolina News.